Hey guys, Master Extreme 93 here. Week 14 in the Washington State Dynasty. We are 10-1. Unbelievable. The number 6 team in the country. We are the Pac-12 North Division champions on top of all that too. So we already have a date in the Pac-12 championship game. Our last game of the regular season, our rivals, the Washington Huskies. They're 7-4, so they're by no means a bad team. They were actually in the top 25 last week, but they lost the game. This would have been... Yeah, they fucking died. This would have been the game to determine the Pac-12 North champion had they not lost last week. But now
shit the bed.
Yeah, they shit the bed. They blew a lead, so... Yeah, this is just basically a game to keep our national ranking as high as possible. Regardless...
You know what the Huskies did?
They blew a lead?
No.
Oh, what'd they do?
They were the number 2 ranked team, and they lost to a team that hasn't made the Sweet 16 since 1973.
That's a lie, and you know it. Don't even bring that false news, fake news into my video.
Fake news. Sad.
Washington State's offense, number 1 points per game and 51 points per game. Defensively, we've been slacking in the passing game. Running yards allowed per game is still number 1 in the country. We average out to the 62 best overall total yards per game. We are giving up only 22 on average, about 23 points per game total, which is not nice. It's about top 50 in the country. Washington's offense is very middle of the road. They're not that good passing. They're not that good running. Very average numbers. Defensively, they're a little bit better, only allowing 22-something points per game again, and they rank in the top 50 in pass defense. Bottom 100 of rush, but still, very median numbers, and wow, how about that? This is at Washington, and it's another snow game.
Nice.
Another snow game. That is awesome. The first one was at home, but this is at Washington. I mean, it's still the same state, but still, that's nice. I guess there's a blizzard in the state of Washington just the past couple of weeks, affecting everybody.
Everybody died.
Everybody got hit by the blizzard, and everybody fucking died. End of the story. So yeah, this is the quote-unquote Apple Cup. One of the famed rivalries in college football. Actually took a dip the past couple of years because Washington State and Washington have been down in general the past couple of years. I believe in 2007 or 2008 in particular, it was one of the worst games ever played. It was the so-called Rotten Apple Cup, I believe, or the something like that, because I think both teams going into that game were either winless or like 1 loss each. And this is the game that's played at the very end of the season. Ricky Bishop.
You mean 1 win?
Yeah, I'm talking like, I can remember if this was 2007 or 2008, but one of those seasons, this game being played at the end of the year was against 2 teams that either had 1 loss each or no wins at all. It was that bad. So that right there tells you the fortunes that have changed for both teams. Not just my team, but for Washington. They are 7-4 in this game going in, so they're already bowl eligible. So we're going to start this first possession. Trying to get something going off. Fenton, that's a quick dump off to James Coe, trying to make a man miss. Nice juke there. 7-yard catch. James Coe probably going to not win the Heisman, probably not going to win the Doak Walker, but he is on the lists, though, which is nice to see. He might be a second-string All-American. That would be cool. We go read option handoff with James Coe, and he gets away from somebody for a 4-yard run and a first down. I want to see how many players I can get on the All-American list, either first or second string, because, I mean, that is big publicity for your team. Read option again. Corey Green keeps it. He's got some space in front of him. Makes somebody miss. Going back inside to the middle of the field. 15-yard run. The read option is working pretty good so far. And again, since it's snowing, you want to try and establish the running game even more so than you would normally, because these are kind of weather element kind of games where passing might not be as efficient as it normally might be. Ooh, that was open to Hampton. but the ball was lobbed instead of just thrown in there on a strike, and because it was lobbed, the defender was able to swat it away. Not sure why Corey Green lobbed that when he really had no reason to.
I mean, what?
Huh? What?
What?
Anyway, 2nd and 10. Read option right here. Throwing it to Hampton, and he hangs on. The contact is there immediately, but it's a 13-yard catch for Hampton. Nice to see that I can go right back to him on another play, and he comes through. Something about this team, I love the way this team plays. We had that one off game against Stanford, but other than that, you know, it's something special going on here. 6-yard run on the read option.
Post-war economic miracle.
Post-war economic miracle.
You have a much better singing voice than I do.
That is a fucking lie. My singing voice is terrible.
You know what else is terrible?
Tom Brady.
Losing to a team that hasn't made the Sweet 16 since '73.
Whose side are you on? Oh, interception! Bad decision to throw that, Corey Green. What are you doing? And the defender's not going to be caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Fan,
You jinxed me with that shit.
don't blame me for your bad decision making.
No, that's on you right there. You gotta bring that nasty anti-Duke attitude into this call, and that's what happened.
That's not my fault. Okay, viewers at home, let's play the game everybody loves to play. What receiver should Mox have thrown to?
Well, too bad. I'm not looking at the replay. I can't even look at the replay there because I already let them do the extra points. So that replay is gone. It's scrapped. If you want to see who was open on that play, you're just going to have to watch it originally as it comes on the video on YouTube sometime.
I'm going to find like 3 people open, wide open, calling for the ball.
This is All-American mode, dude. I mean, it's not going to be a cakewalk. I mean, I thought the guy was open. I threw to Will Glover, and it looked like he was going to step in front for that ball, but the defender stepped in front of it first.
Guess what, man? He wasn't open.
I realized that now. James Coe, 4-yard carry on the delay. But look, Corey Green, he's known to throw interceptions. He's got that gunslinger mentality. That is his 13th interception of the season.
He's a young Brett Favre.
Ooh, dangerous pass. He threw it across his body. Anthony Hampton was there, though. Completion for a first down. He's not going to throw a lot of interceptions in one game normally. So he's done it before, but it's not his, typical, trait. Still, though, 13 interceptions in what is now the 12th game of the season, so he's averaging at least 1 interception per game. Be that as it may, he still has a lot of touchdown passes and a lot of passing yards to complement that. So, I mean, it's just the passing offense. We do so much of it. So, you do the passing game that much, and you're going to get interceptions along the way. That's just how it is. Corey Green gets it down to about the 24-yard line there. So we're driving to open this next drive. James Coe gets the handoff off counter play for another 3 yards. Already down to the 21 of Washington, so it's nice to see our offense can just drive right back down the field here. They throw it deep. Vincent had his hands on it, but he dropped it. Nelson Vincent, you don't get that many plays in this offense as it is. You have to hang on to the ball. Ooh. It looked like there James Coe was supposed to go on a route out of the backfield there on the pass, but he got caught in traffic, and I just threw that away because he was not going to be able to get outside on that play. 3rd and 10 at the 21. We need 10 yards here. And Corey Green gets sacked. Loss of 9. Travis Johnson on the play. We're going to have to settle for a long field goal.
Mox blew a lead to Washington.
I haven't had a lead in this game. You shush. This is going to be a 47-yard field goal attempt.
Kind of like how Duke never had a lead in that game against South Carolina.
But we did, though.
They didn't in the end, though.
Well, we made the field goal. That's actually the longest field goal made today this season for Washington State. It was 47 yards there, so that's always nice to see.
Nice.
And that's in the snow, no less. A 47-yard
Yeah.
field goal in the snow. That's impressive.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
In fact, this kicker is a senior, and he has an overall of, I believe, 92. So he could be drafted. Potentially. He could be potentially drafted.
Is he going to be Steve Ass and go in the first round?
I hope not.
Or Robert
Desmond
Aguayo?
Hollis! How did you let him catch that? Desmond Hollis was covering Brian Grant there. I'm talking perfect coverage. He was running stride for stride with him, and somehow he came up with it.
Man, we're not having a good day so far.
They throw it right back to Grant, and somehow it's another completion. 27 yards. It's already down to my 26-yard line. They've run 2 plays. Another completion to Brian Grant for 16 yards. And I even knew they were throwing to him there, but Desmond Hollis was just too slow. They're running 5 wide receiver this entire formation, and every play has gone to the same guy. Finally, we get something. It was Whitaker there, I believe. Yep, it was Whitaker for the sack. They went no huddle that entire 3-play sequence. Every play was a throw to the same guy, and Desmond Hollis, he just got overworked. He was forced to cover a receiver. Yeah. He was forced to cover a receiver, and of course, you never want a linebacker to recover a receiver in the open field, but multiple times there, it looked like he had good coverage, but it just wasn't meant to be. They give it off to Alex Neal, but it's a gain of nothing, so they're going no huddle again, and this is going to be 3rd and 14. It seems like more often than not, Desmond Hollis's pass coverage is a liability, actually. It's probably the only weakness I've noticed about him. We do stop them on 3rd and 14. Tyler Hawkins is there to knock it away, so this is going to be a field goal attempt. It's nice to see that we can still come up with a stop, though. The kick is up and good. 10-3 Washington, still down by only a touchdown. A chance to tie it back up here. That was Washington's first possession on offense. Ricky Bishop back to return, trying to weave to the outside, trying to make somebody miss. Actually got away from somebody there, but he goes down after a 34-yard return. The thing about Ricky Bishop is that he is not strong. He's not going to hardly break any tackles. He relies on juking or making defenders miss. That was one of the few times where he actually bounced off somebody. Interestingly, they have a lot of defenders on the left side of the field, so I'm going to send a couple of guys deep on the right side. They're blitzing. Wade Roberts, incomplete. John Thurman there to deflect it. Even though they had a lot of defenders on the left side there, still were able to cover Wade Roberts. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Nelson Vincent is wide open. Huge catch and run for 20 yards. First down. Corey Green, 6 for 11 for 92 yards, but he has an interception. So he's going to have to make smart passes and not force any mistakes going forwards. Already give up a touchdown that was returned for, an interception, that was returned for a touchdown, so we really have to play clean football. Nice read option handoff to James Coe for 10 yards, first down.
Man, I want to remind you to not abandon your running game, like legit.
I'm trying to remind myself of that because it is a snow game and you want to try and run the football. We give it right back to James Coe, but he tries to get something, it just isn't there. John McIntyre for the tackle. It goes down to maybe a loss of half a yard. Not much, though. 2nd and 10. Quentin Williams is there across the middle, 12-yard gain. First down.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Texas today. The number 5 team in the country beat Texas Tech. Pretty convincingly, in fact. Oh, Corey Green can't get away. Another sack for Washington. Michael Rogers was there that time. They actually blitzed and it paid off. Nobody was there to pick up the blitz. 2nd and 20. We're getting down here close, but then we're just going backwards. Wade Roberts on the catch. Gets about 11 yards there to make it a more manageable 3rd down.
That'll make it 3rd and 9.
Not really sure what play to run here. Okay, I think I know of a good play to run here. They're sending the blitz one more time. Scrambling out of the pocket. The pass was there! Wade Roberts, you didn't extend your hands. That wasn't the best thrown pass, but it was in the vicinity for Wade Roberts if he had just gotten his hands out to catch it, and he just didn't do it. We have to settle for another field goal.
At least it's not like a 7-point lead anymore. That's all I can say.
The kick is up, and it's good, so it's going to be now 10-6. Very low-scoring game in the first quarter. Missed opportunities. We get down close, and then we just go backwards and can't capitalize. So the kick is up. Watching the defenders, looks like, yep, Merriman is going to just take a knee in the end zone. It's not Sean Merriman. Some other Merriman.
Sadly.
We can basically kiss any chance of making it to the BCS title game goodbye if we lose this game.
I mean, we barely have a chance now.
With that said, though, any chance is gone permanently if we don't win this game. Any microscopic chance we have as it stands right now, which is still something. I mean, teams could lose in front of us and we could win out, and we could be bumped up to that spot, but it doesn't matter if we lose this game. Washington's passing offense has been very efficient. He's already 4 for 5 today for about 80-something yards. That pass is just thrown away, though. Jonathan Rivera is the quarterback for Washington, and now he's 4 for 6 today. That pass is to Mitchell, and he pulls somebody over. 7-yard catch, though. So we're going to force them to go 3rd down and 3 here. They're trying to go no huddle to get another play off before the first quarter ends, but they're not going to get it off. So they're going to go on this 3rd and 3 play at the start of the second quarter. It's been hard so far, 10-6. Our offense has been doing some things right, but we make mistakes in crucial moments. Washington holding on to a 4-point lead.
I think we'll be okay, fam.
They give it off to Neal up the middle, and he gets by McNair. McNair whiffed. Finally, it looks like Moyer is there to bring him down, but that's a 39-yard run. McNair, he just ran right by him, completely missing the tackle. They give it off to Pitts, off a little bit of a trickery there. 3-yard run, and they're down to the 1-yard line. Not even the 1. This is literally the half-yard line.
I'll be right back, fam.
All right. They go right back to Pitts again, same exact play, touchdown. Even though I kind of knew that's what they were doing, just couldn't do anything to stop it. This is not looking good. 17-6. Ooh boy. And not to mention, Washington gets the ball first to start the second half. We're going to have to get some offense going here. Otherwise, we're going to be in big trouble. Ricky Bishop, that could have been a horse collar, but of course the referees don't fucking call it. I don't think the referees have called anything in my favor in quite a while. Easy pass to Jason Washington. He tries to spin around, but he actually loses a couple of yards doing that. Very foolish mistakes by basically everybody on this offense at certain points. I think James Coe is the only guy who hasn't made a foolish mistake in this game so far. He takes that on the counter for a good run for 11 yards. Really liking that he's getting some open space on a lot of these possessions. Unfortunately, it just doesn't matter when we have to throw the ball in third and long situations. Oh! Quentin Williams is wide open down the left sideline. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge play there. First down, and Washington State is now at the 24. Anthony Hampton, touchdown! Washington State answers quickly. Nice to see that our offense can finally come alive. Corey Green making some confident, accurate passes deep down the field. 17-13. Banks takes a knee in the end zone. So Washington's going to start this next drive at their own 25-yard line, of course. The snow coming down hard here. Yes. Wide open to Neal towards the left sideline. Tries to run it back towards the middle, but he finally gets tackled for a gain of 8 yards. Jonathan Rivera, for the most part, has been very accurate today. I think his only incompletions were passes he threw away. Ooh, Alex Neal just ran away from the cluster of players. He gets 10 yards out of it. Even when it looked like he's going to get bottled up, he just bounces it outside. Again, doing basically the same thing on that play for a run of 14. Our run defense has been getting gashed in so many of these games lately. That time, the defensive lineman got through the line, dropped him for a loss of 3 yards. Shannon Phillips on the tackle for loss.
2nd and 13.
Still averaging 12 yards a carry, though. Unbelievable. 3rd and 13 here. Hollis there to make sure that goes nowhere after the catch. Only a 4-yard completion to Jason Smith.
3rd down.
Still 7 for 9, though. Hollis probably could have swatted that away if he had just been aware enough to try and do that. They're going screen here. Hollis knows. Oh, he almost missed the tackle there. He does actually get him down. Charlie Miller, 1-yard catch. It's not enough, not by a mile. So they're going to have to punt the ball today, I believe, for the very first time, which is actually very nice for our defense to get some momentum. We could potentially take the lead here if we get another touchdown. So that punt is going into the back of the end zone. And I don't know if Hannah's actually back or not because I'm hearing sounds, but I don't hear a voice. Oh, Roberts was open, but for some reason, Corey Green threw it behind him.
That makes it
2nd and 10. A lot of things just not going our way today. I mean, sure, we were able to score quickly, but so many plays that should be easy plays for us. Wade Roberts hangs on there, 20-yard catch. See, even though he missed, or I should say Corey Green missed a very easy throw to him on the previous play, just go right back to him. Have that confidence in your receiver. James Coe gets shut down on that counter play, lost 2 yards. John Thurman there for the tackle. Anthony Hampton wide open, tries to spin away, does go down after a gain of 22 yards. Anthony Hampton playing really good in this game.
Fam, what would I miss?
Okay, so Washington scored basically not even a minute after you left to go BRB, but then I scored on a couple of deep passes. It was Anthony Hampton who got the touchdown. Then I stopped them on their next possession, so they had to punt the ball away, and now I'm driving. I'm at currently their own 36-yard line.
Cool.
So basically, I'm doing okay right now. James
So
Coe,
we're down 8?
No, we're down by 4, and we have the ball with a chance to take the lead right now. So we're playing a lot better in the second quarter, basically.
Now, does Washington count as a quality loss?
No, it does not. This counts as a bad loss if we lose. Will Glover open down the middle, 15-yard catch. Corey Green's now 14 for 21, 245 in the first half, actually. Pretty good numbers. Will Glover takes it again on a quick slant to the right side for 2 yards.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
That was a slant intended for Quentin Williams, but it's knocked away. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 here. If we don't get this, we're going to have to settle for another field goal, and we're still going to be down by 1 point if we have to end up doing that. So let's not try and do that. Let's actually try to take this lead.
Let's try and win.
Yeah, I prefer winning over losing. Just my personal preference. We're 0 for 2 on 3rd down so far. Pressure's coming. Corey Green has to scramble out the pocket. He almost got to the end zone, but he's down at the 1, and it's 4th and 1. At the 1. Ooh. Ooh. What do I do here? I'm
You
calling a
gotta
timeout.
risk it. You gotta risk it for the biscuit. That's the only option.
This might be the most important play of the season for Washington State.
You gotta risk it for the biscuit.
The offense stays on the field.
The offense stays on the field.
Heavy formation. Run up the middle. James Coe dives. Touchdown! I actually hit the dive button to dive, but he actually just stayed on his feet the entire time for whatever reason. But hey, that's a touchdown. We went for it, and Washington State just couldn't stop it. So now we're going to be up by 3 with 1:57 before halftime. And I like to say that these scores are going to be basically stagnant going into halftime, but so much scoring in the last 2 minutes before the halftime this season by both teams. I don't know if you've noticed that, but that's kind of been a trend.
Yeah.
It's like the final 2 minutes of the first half is just this frenetic back and forth scoring. They're going 5 wide receiver to open this next drive, so they definitely want to try to get something because they do get the ball first to start the second half. If they get a score here, that gives them all the momentum to go open the second half. That's a completion to Little for a gain of about 11. They're going to call it 12. First down. And of course, they're going no huddle. The defense gets there. Nowhere to go. And the quarterback, Jonathan Rivera, goes down. Not sure who got the sack there, but I think they're crediting that to Brad Whitaker. Wouldn't be surprised. Well, it could have been Woods. I'm not sure. It's like they both got there at the same time, so I'm not sure who gets the credit for that. 2nd and 18, though. That pass is incomplete, intended for somebody, I'm not sure. But Tyler Hawkins was in the area. So now this is 3rd and 18 at their own 29. And we have 2 timeouts. If they don't get the first down right here, we could potentially get another score before halftime. Interception! Michael Moyer picks it off.
Michael Moyer is us, right?
Yes, Michael Moyer, the strong
Good.
safety. The senior.
Okay, good.
This senior safety, he wants to play in the national championship game.
Who doesn't want to play in the national championship game?
Well, true, but seniors especially because they don't have any opportunities after this season. James Coe takes the handoff. Wide open space, breaking it towards the left sideline. Huge run by James Coe. He has 12 carries for 73 yards, and he's really turning it on right now. We have the ball down to about the 17-yard line. Ooh, Corey Green takes another sack. I'm going to call timeout. John Thurman there for that sack. He's taken 3 sacks in the first half. That's not good.
That's definitely not good.
Will Glover down the seam for about 16 yards there. Gets a big chunk of it back, so we're going to go no huddle right here and try and run one more play. The handoff to James Coe, and he actually gets nothing. A little disappointing there. I'm going to call timeout right here and think it over. It is 4th and 2. Well, fake field goal in this situation. We're at their 9-yard line.
Oh, that's true.
Should I go fake field goal? Is that too
I don't
risky?
know.
Is that literally too risky?
It's 2?
What should I do? I got 25 seconds.
Kill yourself.
Okay, no, I'm not doing fake field goal. I'm
Yeah,
going to keep it
there's
on the
no
ground
field
though.
goal.
I'm keeping the offense on the field.
Or you can
again.
go for it.
Yeah, I'm going for it. I'm just going to go for it straight up. James Coe, he's got the first down, just barely. We still have to go no huddle though. We don't have any timeouts.
That makes it 1st and goal.
Okay, what to do here? What to do here? Oh no! Interception! Corey Green threw it into traffic, and he shouldn't have done that.
Why did you throw it?
I tried to squeeze that into Quinton Williams there, but I did not see Bray on coverage there. He just came out of nowhere. I didn't see him. And it's not like they have white jerseys and they're blending in with the snow or nothing. They're playing in purple jerseys. I don't know why I didn't see him. Oh, big play for Washington for a gain of 17 yards to David Banks. We've been risking a lot of point swing plays in this game. Some have worked, some have not. They have the ball with 43 seconds and both their timeouts. Steve Smith Sr. is able to trip up Curtis Pitts after a gain of only 3 yards on that pass.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Clock is ticking. They have both their timeouts. They're going no huddle. Time is looming, though.
You know what else is looming?
Might want to kill myself. Ryan Anderson, 8-yard catch, and they call a timeout with 17 seconds left. They're still only at their own 37, so they're going to have to get a couple of more big plays just to get into field goal range. They throw that to Little. He gets hit pretty hard after a 9-yard catch. That clock is still ticking. They're going no huddle to try and run one more play. Looks like they're going Hail Mary right here. They throw that over to middle for whatever reason. I think that might have been confused play calling. They didn't even go Hail Mary. So that is it for the first half. We're clinging, and I literally mean clinging, to a 3-point lead. And now Washington has the ball to start the second half.
Number 16 set to return.
Know what you should do?
Kill myself.
Yes.
Doggo and
And
back.
there you go, Jake. My pride and joy.
Is your dog dying?
Yes.
Good run blitz there by McNair, shutting down the running back for a loss of 1 yard. Even though Thompson's credited with the tackle, that was blown up because of McNair blitzing. Deep pass to the left. Well, not really a deep pass, but still, it's to Alex Neal for an 11-yard reception on 2nd and 11. First down. It wasn't a deep pass, it was just lobbed like a long distance across the field, and of course he was there to catch it.
I got you, man.
Right back to McNeil one more time. Not McNeil, just Neal. I don't know why I want to say McNeil so badly. Another first down. They have a matchup somewhere because they're going no huddle and they're throwing it to McNeil the entire time. Oh, because Thompson's in coverage, that's why. Of course, right back to McNeil and nobody's there. Even though I know they're throwing it to him, just the coverage is not there. It's impossible to cover him. I probably should call a timeout or do something to get linebackers off the field, but at the same time, I don't want to waste a timeout this early in the second half. That is not to McNeil, that is to Goddard, and that's a huge catch. I don't know, it's like they can't do anything wrong in the passing game right now. Rivera's 18 for 22. They throw that to, ooh, that was almost a catch. Awkward animation there. He was like jumping, he was jumping or spinning into the end zone on that jump catch, but it's incomplete. It's like he was trying to do a flip, like a front flip as he was catching that.
Right.
Weird animation. I don't think I've ever seen that before. They sweep that to Alex Neal. He doesn't get anything though. Gain of nothing on the ground, so this is going to be 3rd and goal. Actually, that was not Neal. That was the backup, Charlie Miller, on the run. The quarterback goes down. Jonathan Rivera sacked for a loss of 4 yards. Antonio Ball. Can't remember last time I called that name. Ball there for the sack. And they're going to settle for a field goal attempt to tie this game at 20. The kick is up, and it is good. So this definitely looks like it's going to be the closest game of the season. But hey, it is a rivalry game after all. Ricky Bishop back to return. Tries to bounce this outside. Actually made somebody miss. He makes another guy miss. He makes another guy miss. Ricky, your boy, Bishop. Touchdown. His 5th return touchdown this season. Oh my lord. When it looks like we're in a close game, a close, tight situation, he comes through to brighten the mood. I don't know what happened to Hannah. I think Hannah might be AFK. Why did we kick that out of bounds?
Free kick out of bounds.
I really need to stop doing that. I don't know why I did that. Ugh, that's not good. We get the return touchdown, but then we give up that foolish mistake. Big hit there. David Banks hangs on. 6-yard catch. 2nd and 4. They go read option handoff to Alex Neal for 3 yards to make it a more manageable 3rd and 2. That ball is tipped in the air and caught! What the hell? That was going to be at least an incompletion, possibly intercepted, but Curtis Pitts comes up with it. Unbelievable. And that is thrown away. Looks like they might have been trying to set up a screen, but it got blown up. 2nd and 10. Banks on the catch for 12 yards. 1st down. I don't know what's wrong with our coverage in this game. I mean, a lot of times it's been passes to players who's being covered by a linebacker.
Sorry, Sam.
Okay. It's now 27-20 Washington State. Do you want to know how we got that touchdown?
How did we get that touchdown?
Ricky Bishop. They're driving, though, so this is going...
Did I mention I love Ricky Bishop?
You did, fam. Charlie Miller, 11-yard catch, and now they're going to go no huddle yet again. And they have this ball down to about the 22-yard line from the looks of it. They could easily score here and tie the game up.
They're not going to make this one easy, fam.
They're not. My defense is just giving up too many wide-open passing lanes. David Banks, another 13-yard catch. Jonathan Rivera is just driving this team down the field.
This isn't the season-ending game, right?
It is. This is the regular season
Oh, this is
finale.
the end of the regular season. Then we just have the Pac-12, and then...
Bowl game.
Yeah.
Alex Neal, 4-yard run. This defense is just winded. They've run so much no huddle, so many passes just open with linebackers and corners just trailing behind the receivers. And we have backups in right now because of stamina problems. And because of that, they might get a touchdown. 3-yard catch by Alex Neal. Normally I wouldn't do this. This is so early. This is still only 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. I'm calling a timeout, though. This is a huge play. This is 3rd down and goal. I need the likes of Desmond Hollis back on the field for this play.
Desmond Hollis is a good man.
Come on. Let's get something here. They run it with McNeil and not McNeil, actually Miller. Touchdown. I sent the blitz, and he just ran away from the blitz. This is the nitty-gritty, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be now tied at 27, pending this extra point. Whew. By far the most entertaining game of the season. Can we win it, or are we going to choke? Let's try not to choke. Ricky Bishop trying to get something. He actually made somebody miss again down the sideline. Ricky Bishop doing his thing. 53-yard return. Why can't every player on my team just be Ricky Bishop?
Why can't I die?
Big news for Washington, though. One of their best players, their receiver Banks, out for 2 weeks with a pectoral injury.
Ooh,
He died.
he's dead.
3-yard run up the middle by James Coe. 80 yards today on 15 carries. Still trying to keep the running game alive here, but now as we're entering the fourth quarter in a few minutes, scoring is going to have to be premium here, and, well, that means passing. I'm still going to try and give him some touches, though. Wide open down the field, and it's intercepted by Stewart.
Fam, you gotta play a little bit conservative.
That just wasn't there. For a moment, it looked like, I believe, Quentin Williams was going to be open because he didn't have no corner trailing him. It looked like he was wide open, but unfortunately the safety jumped in front. And now Mitchell breaks a tackle. 20-something yard catch and run by the tight end. And now we're in danger of going down by a touchdown here. Corey Green is just not having a good day. 3 interceptions.
There at some point you would put it in the back.
No, that's not happening. Corey Green, 39 touchdown throws on the season. He's not getting benched. It's just unfortunate. He's thrown 3 interceptions in this game now.
Tell him not to throw interceptions anymore.
That's the ideal solution. The fullback makes the catch there. 15-yard catch. Nobody had the fullback on that play. They always say the reason why fullbacks get open is because people just don't think about the fullback. They sweep it to McNeil. He actually made a defender miss. That might have been more on me, though. I kind of over-pursued there. Assuming he'd cut it back inside, he just kept going outside. 2nd and 1. And they're down to about the 3 from the looks of it.
Don't get too demoralized, man.
Touchdown, Washington.
You're getting very demoralized, and I don't like that.
I'm just upset that Washington's offense is making almost no mistakes.
Stop being upset.
Washington's offense has made 1 mistake today. I've made 3 on offense, and that's the difference in the game now because now we're trailing by a touchdown. It's so frustrating when your defense can't even force a turnover when you're trying so hard to force a turnover. It's demoralizing, but Ricky Bishop is back to return. Maybe he can change our fortunes. And that's a good way to do it. Break that outside to the right. I don't know if I mentioned this, but almost all of these touchdowns have been breaking it to the left. That time he broke it to the right, and he got 38 yards out of it.
Not bad. Also, in Madden, I'm playing, and it gave both teams the black uniforms.
Good shit.
So I can't tell who's who.
We throw that to Coe down the middle. He breaks a tackle, trying to stiff arm somebody away, but he's dragged down. But that's a huge play. James Coe coming through for a huge catch there. That's one thing I want him to do is, if we don't run the ball that much, still try to get him involved somehow, you know?
Mm-hmm. Just remember, don't abandon your run game.
I'll try not to. Corey Green's actually going to scramble out the pocket here and make somebody miss. Stiff arm somebody. 17 yards by Corey Green. You know, his rushing total's not going to look that good because of the sacks today, but he's made some pretty good scrambles in this game. Will Glover had his hands on it, but he dropped it somehow. Why? Even when we make the perfect pass on the perfect play, something happens. And I would hate to just settle for a field goal getting down this close, but I can't make any more mistakes, so it's something I just have to settle for. Wade Roberts, nice catch in traffic, 16 yards. Probably not good that I passed that, but he come through with it, so he bails me out. We're down to the 4-yard line.
Did I mention I want to die?
Corey Green's going to have to scramble. He's not. Oh, he actually sacked and almost gave up the ball. The ball actually got stripped from him, but it rolled out of bounds because he was towards the sideline. Ooh. Now we have the ball at the 10 instead of the 4 after the loss of 6 yards. It's just one of those days. Will Glover does not drop it that time. Touchdown.
Good.
We're back in this game. With the extra point up, it's tied at 34 points. Are we looking at the first ever overtime game?
Maybe?
I mean, if any game has the potential to go overtime, it's this one here. 25 seconds in the third quarter remaining, and they take a knee in the end zone. We had 335 yards of offense in the first half, and only 67 so far in the second half. Of course, that has a lot to do with the time of possession, because Washington's gotten turnovers, and they've been driving the length of the field a couple of drives. They have the ball here to start, and they actually go screen to a receiver, and that's just a wild pass that's thrown out of bounds. 2nd and 10 at the 25. Another wild pass, he just throws it away to the right sideline that time. 3rd down.
I believe in you.
It's nice to know somebody does.
I believe in my ability to kill myself.
That's thrown down the sideline, but Tyler Hawkins is there to knock it away. He actually probably could have attempted a pick there, but he was just content with taking the safer option. You don't want to accidentally whiff on an interception attempt and give up the huge catch there, because if he did that, it would have been a touchdown. Washington.
You don't want to blow a 3-1 lead either.
Exactly. Washington State, 402 yards of offense. Washington, 401. 402 to 401, basically. Ricky Bishop, 13-yard return there. And now with 5 seconds left before the fourth quarter starts, we can actually try and establish the running game one more time here since it's tied.
Hit this dude so hard my game froze.
Good shit. James Coe tries to get something. He gets about 2 yards, and that is the last play of the third quarter. It's been entertaining. It's been dramatic. It's been close. 34 to 34 entering the fourth quarter. Who's going to come away with the victory in the Apple Cup?
Hopefully us.
Jason Washington gets that huge catch for 18 yards to start the fourth quarter. And now we're down to Washington's 35-yard line. Not quite in field goal range, but at least getting close to field goal range. We go read option keeper with Corey Green, and he gets nothing. Might have actually lost a yard there. We're going to call that a loss of nothing, but Tommy Triangen is actually credited with a tackle for a loss, so that might have been a loss of half a yard. Again, not a good rushing total today for Corey Green, but I've attempted to do the read option with him, if nothing else. Anthony Hampton takes that for 10 yards and a first down. I'm really liking Anthony Hampton's effort in this game.
First down.
Even when everything's dark, some people are gonna shine.
Right, and this is a game where Corey Green, despite throwing 3 interceptions, has 2 touchdown passes and over 300 yards of passing too. So, oh, that was almost a sack. The ball is actually awkwardly bumped out of his hand. It goes down as an incompletion though. A little worrisome though. That could have been ruled a fumble if that was a sack, but because the ball was going forwards, they ruled that an incompletion.
Stupid cat just opened my closet door.
Wade Roberts, 17-yard catch. He has 5 catches for 97 yards today. Now we're down to the 8-yard line. Corey Green, 361 yards passing officially today. James Coe takes it out of the backfield, gets about 2 yards there. Just unfortunately, this looks like he slipped on the snow because he tried to juke away after catching that to break that for a touchdown, but he just kind of stopped his forward momentum. 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line. Wade Roberts, touchdown! And just like that, we take a 6, soon to be 7-point lead. Even when it's close, even when it looks like we're making mistakes, this team comes together and we execute the plays on offense and defense that we need to execute. That ball is kicked deep, and Merriman's going to take it out of the end zone, but Vincent is there to run him out after a 21-yard return. Washington down by a touchdown now, 5:25 left in the game. You've been kind of quiet, Sam.
I have been. I apologize.
They throw that to Mitchell, but the defense is there to bump him as soon as he tries to catch it, so it goes down as an incompletion. Good job to not interfere there with the pass.
Today has been a certain kind of day.
Well, that seems like it's every day, though.
Your point.
Oh, Thompson, you had that! Thompson, you had the interception. Why did you drop it? Oh, it's still though. It's just 3rd down, so don't get too, beat up or frazzled there. It's 3rd and 10. We can still get them off the field. They throw that to Grant, 14-yard catch. 5 catches for 82 yards today for Bryant Grant. They go right back to Grant for another 6-yard catch. Probably need to get somebody on him. They give it to Neal, and he bowls over Moyer. 10-yard run by Neal. He let Moyer know he was there. They give it back to Neal on delay. That time he gets another highlight reel play off of Moyer. Moyer, I don't know, man. Practice for tackling. He didn't bowl over him that time, but he just, sidestepped away from him as he went in for the tackle. They try to go inverted veer with the quarterback keeper. Jonathan Rivera goes down for a loss of a yard, though. So it's 3rd and 3. They are 4 for 9 on 3rd down today. Getting a stop here would be huge. And of course we don't get it. Little was wide open. Nobody there to even contest that 19-yard catch. And they're going no huddle to keep us on the field. 4 minutes and 16 seconds to go. Rivera scrambles out the pocket, but Desmond Hollis is there to meet him. Big hit by Desmond Hollis today. Desmond Hollis, 8 tackles. They go with a run to McNeil, and he gets open! Making guys miss! 22. That's not Neal, that's Charlie Miller. Okay, that's about the third.
How do you get that confused with Neal?
Because I just assume it's Neal in the offense because they're going no huddle. I didn't know Charlie Miller was in on that play. He throws that out of the end zone on 1st and goal. 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line. They actually have 3 wide receivers in this formation, but I'm going to bring out a 4-3 defense and try and play run defense basically here. They could do read option handoff. Wide open to Mitchell, touchdown.
It's coming down to the wire, fam.
This forces our hand offensively yet again. And that worries me because he has thrown, Corey Green that is, has thrown 3 interceptions in this game, and a 4th one would spell doom for us. There's 3:37 left in the game. I don't want to be conservative and just run the ball, but then you have to try and get something here to win the game. This is crunch time. Our players who have been so good for us all year long have to come through here. Don't take what looks to be open. Don't force any issues. Be smart with the football. Nelson Vincent down the middle. Huge catch and run by Nelson Vincent to open the drive. 34 yards. You tell yourself, don't take what seems to be open, but when it seems to be that open, yeah, go ahead and take it. So now we have the ball at Washington's own 49, or 48 from the looks of it. We swing it out to Anthony Hampton to the left sideline. 8-yard catch there. You know, settling for a field goal attempt if we burn time off the clock isn't the worst thing in the world, but at the same time, you literally, if you opt to do that, you literally have to make it to where there's like a minute or less to go in the game. Because you give Washington too much time to possibly get a touchdown if you do that. But I am going to whittle the time down just a little bit right here. James Coe goes up the middle for 1 yard. You know, I really don't like running the exact same play, but I'm going to go basically same strategy right here. We have not converted on 3rd down a single time today. 3rd and 1. We are 0 for 4 on 3rd down so far. We get it that time though. 5-yard run up the middle. That might be the last we see of James Coe unless this goes into overtime. This is now resting on the shoulders of Corey Green and his arm. Throw that to the left sideline, but it's out of bounds. I'm fine with throwing that well over the receiver's head if it's not there. If I had maybe try and toggle the control stick, I probably could have aimed that more to the receiver, but then I realized at the last second he had a corner right on him, so I just threw that out of bounds basically. Anthony Hampton! Huge catch over the middle, takes the hit and hangs onto the football. 20-yard catch for him. Corey Green's 27 for 40 for 431 today. 3 touchdowns, 3 picks. Will Glover, touchdown! Washington State takes the 7-point lead. So now, at the very worst, Washington could potentially tie the game, or if they're crazy, get the touchdown and go for the 2-point conversion. But at least it's now comfortable to know that a field goal is out of the playbook for them, out of their game plan. They cannot settle for a field goal. This is touchdown, do or die. Minute 49 to go. They have all 3 timeouts, so they don't have to go super high speed, but at the same time, they're going to have to call timeouts if they give up a sack or, whatever. That ball is thrown out of bounds in the vicinity of Steve Smith Sr., but of course nobody had a chance to catch it. That was just thrown away. 2nd and 10. For a snow game, it's been a shootout.
Yeah.
It was actually an offensive struggle in the first quarter, but it's been turned into an offense pass-heavy day today for both teams. They go with the delay handoff to Neal, and he takes a huge hit. Desmond Hollis lights him up. Desmond Hollis is a beautiful man.
He is.
3rd and 4. They throw that deep down the field. Intercepted by McNair. And it looks like we might hang on to this win.
Fam, you're making my heart race. You're making my heart race, fam.
Washington does have all 3 timeouts, but that means they're going to have to start using them here. They don't have a choice. I said earlier that might have been the last we see of James Coe, but that is not the case because now he's going to get
That's
this
not
ball.
true anymore.
Yeah, he's going to get this ball. 2-yard run, timeout. They have 2 timeouts now, a minute 23 to go. The destiny of this team riding on this possession. Counter play with James Coe, tries to make somebody miss, but he goes down after maybe a loss of a yard. They call their 2nd to last timeout. Again, we're only 1 for 5 on 3rd downs today, and I am not risking it with a pass here. This is staying 100% on the ground. I am a fucking dumbass if I throw it right here.
For once.
James Coe takes the hit, no gain. They call their last timeout. 1:15 on the clock, and we have to punt the ball away. Unfortunate we couldn't get a 1st down there, but now they have no timeouts. So now the pressure's really on them. The return guy tries to weave away, goes down after a 5-yard return. A minute and 7 seconds. They have the ball at their own 27. No more mistakes they can afford to make. An interception here or a fumble or whatever seals the game.
And how much time do they have left?
A minute and 7 seconds.
They're not going to do it.
They throw that to the left sideline, I almost said right, out of bounds, 2nd and 10. I said that was the most important possession for offense on Washington State earlier. This is now the single most important stand for the defense all season. That pass is thrown away. 3rd and 10. A minute to go. We actually sent the blitz there with Desmond Hollis, and he just completely bulldozed the center back into the face of the quarterback, and that was an errant pass because of that. He didn't get the sack, but he basically blew up that play. Interestingly, they're not going shotgun formation in hardly any of these plays. And we get the sack!
There we go, fam.
Zach Woods, 2 sacks today. Now that clock is ticking. Tick, 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 tick. No huddle here. 4th and 15. This is their final cry for help. The play is off. He throws it deep down the field. And Michael Moyer seals it!
Interception?
Interception.
Interception!
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 star Washington State is 11-1. This team, even if they don't get to play for the national championship, has done mind-boggling work this season.
You sound like you're about to cry.
I'm just so impressed. Like, the players on this team have just outplayed, outfought, out-executed so many teams with better players. Can you wrap your mind around that?
No.
I'm so proud of this team, and now we get to play for a conference championship. Of course, we were going to do that regardless of the outcome of this game. We are the hottest team in the country. Nobody is hotter than us right now. I know that Texas A&M and Ohio State are undefeated, but I mean, they're expected to be undefeated. We are the story of college football. Nobody can hold a candle to the story of this team right now.
It's very inspiring, fam.
They're going to make a movie about this team.
But you're kind of taking it a little far now, fam.
Okay, maybe not a movie. Maybe they'll make a 4 TV Direct
Yep.
special.
What you get is a 30-minute special on ESPN, and that's it.
Hey, I'll settle for that. But it's not even a guarantee that we're not playing for a national championship. It could still possibly happen.
I mean, let's just advance the week and see what's up.
We have to do a lot of simulating right here. I mean, to week 15 and etc. to the championship week. And just see what happens. We are the 6th team in the country, but with that win, hopefully we go up a 1 spot at least. And then it falls on just what happens in the conference title games. Both our own and the Big Ten, the SEC title game, etc., etc.
Right.
I mean, fate isn't something you can control here. It's really not in our control at all. Like, it's not in our hands, but it's possible. And, you know, a part of me almost kind of wants it to not be, like, you know, where we play for the title, because then we can come back next year with the hype, with a good recruiting class, with our players progressed, and we might go undefeated next year if we don't lose to Alabama. But even if we do, that's a quality loss. The only bit of recruiting news to get to is Brian Young, a 64 overall fullback, has committed to Washington State. Nothing really to speak of there, though. And as we advance, we are still the 6th team in the country. We did not go up, but at least we didn't go down. I guess that just means that all the teams in front of us didn't lose either, so oh well. You know, the unfortunate thing is that a lot of these recruits, I'm saying a lot of these recruits who decided to come with us, some might have to get cut because I might not have enough roster spots at this point. I mean, I do have a handful of seniors who are leaving this year, but I don't have hardly anybody who's leaving for the draft, and that means I'm going to have quite a few spots open on my roster, but not a lot. I'm going to have to cut some of these incoming freshmen who think that they're going to make it on the roster, and that's unfortunate. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but there's a set number of players you can have on the roster, and it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to.
You know what I think, fam?
What do you think?
I think you're getting too attached.
I am getting attached. I like this series. We do have some bad news, though.
What's the bad news?
Justin Nicholson committed to USC.
Damn.
That hurts. I was really hoping that we could swing him. And also, 73 overall defensive tackle Nick Green committed to Kansas of all teams.
Kansas.
Yeah, that stings. But there is a 60 overall middle inside linebacker that I've offered a scholarship to. He's not favoring us by any stretch of the imagination. We're down by about 2,500 points, but I'm just going to put my points into him and see what happens. And again, there's not really hardly anybody I can even reach out to at this point. I might go to Corey Hines. He's a 67. Well, no, I think the graphics there got scrambled. I'm gonna have to exit out and refresh. It said that Corey Hines was a 67 overall rated player, but then when I went to his profile, it said that he was a running back and he's a corner. So no, he's not. So where is Corey Hines? There he is. No, that is not a player I'm putting points into. I will put points into Vernon Branch though. He's a 6'4" running back.
Nice.
But that will be it for recruiting. We're off this week. We don't have anything to do in week 15. So let's just go to the stats real quick and see where we stand as the regular season comes to an end. Corey Green, 3,800 passing yards exactly. 43 passing touchdowns, 15 picks, but he does have 68 completion percentage. In the running game, James Coe, 1,268 yards and 19 touchdowns. Good stuff. Receiving, our leading receiver in terms of yards is Wade Roberts with 799. And it's a tie between Roberts and Glover for receiving touchdowns. They both have 9. But Hampton has 8 and Washington has 7. So we've been spreading the ball around pretty evenly for the most part.
Yeah.
Brad Whitaker.
This is a special team.
It's a very special team. Brad Whitaker, 18 sacks. Bill McNair, 4 picks. Steve Smith, 4 picks. Tyler Hawkins, 4 picks. Michael Moyer, 4 picks. Steve Smith Sr., 3 picks. We've been getting those picks. So we're going to go and advance to the Conference Championship Week. And we're going to not only preview our game, but we're going to preview the other games in the conference title games, because it really does depend whether or not we make it to the title game or not. Unfortunately, I think the reason why we're only number 6 is that our loss to Stanford has turned out to be a pretty bad loss. Stanford kind of bottomed out after beating us.
It's not a quality loss.
It's not. It's not a quality loss. They kind of bottomed out after we lost to them. So it looks...
We broke them.
Yeah, it doesn't look good on a resume to have lost to them at home, no less. That game was just an enigma. I have no idea what happened in that game. We do have some recruiting news.
You scored less points than the other team.
Thank you, Phil Sims. Rob DeLuca, a 67 overall rated middle inside linebacker, has committed to our team. My phone's ringing for some reason. Still only...
Who would call you?
Still only the number 6 team in the country, still not moving. And the game in the Pac-12 title game is a rematch against Arizona, who is now 8-4 on the season, and they are the number 24 team in the country. So let's see what the other games are. The Conference USA title game, 9-3 Tulsa versus 6-6 Southern Miss. The SEC championship game. Wow, that's good. The 11-1 Florida Gators, the number 4 team in the country, versus the undefeated 12-0 Texas A&M Aggies.
So what that also means, if we win, we'll at least go to number 5 or 4.
Unfortunately, if Texas wins that game, Texas A&M that is, they're guaranteed to play for the title. If Florida wins that game, they basically usurp Texas A&M as at least the number 1 or number 2 team. So it would bounce out Texas A&M, but basically the winner of that game plays for the title. The Mountain West Conference title game, number 25, Fresno State, 9-3 on the year, takes on 10-2 Boise State, the number 12 team. The ACC,
Kellen Moore.
The ACC title game, 10-2 Boston College, 13 ranked nationally, against 10-2 Georgia Tech, 14 nationally. And this is the other major game to keep an eye on. 10-2 Nebraska, the number 9 team in the country, versus undefeated 12-0 Ohio State. If Nebraska wins that game, they don't play for the title because they're 10-2. They basically just bump out Ohio State. That's all they do.
But that's what we need.
That's what we need. We need Nebraska to win that game. And then the MAC championship, 8-4 Buffalo, 9-3 Toledo, but that has no bearing whatsoever. So it's basically our best chance is to have Florida beat Texas A&M and Nebraska beat Ohio State. That's basically our best chance. And then we still have to win our game. And based off that game last week against Washington, nothing's guaranteed. But this is Mox signing out. Hannah signing out. We will see you guys later.